Okay, let's unpack this. We are diving deep today into B2B inventory management software. We're pulling insights from some really interesting source material article excerpts that get right into the details. And wow, right off the bat, the sheer scale here is pretty amazing. The source highlights that this software market hit, what, USD 2.10 billion globally in 2023, but it's projected to nearly double USD 4.01 billion by 2030. That's a 9.7% compound annual growth rate. That's huge. That kind of growth really suggests something fundamental is shifting, doesn't it? Maybe old ways just aren't cutting it anymore. So our mission here is to figure out what this software actually is, why it's so vital for B2B firms, and how it helps solve some big problems.
Exactly. And what's really interesting, especially compared to, say, direct-to-consumer models, is just how complex B2B operations are. We're talking high volumes, stock across potentially tons of locations, often very specific or customized orders. In that environment, inventory management isn't just admin. The source is clear. It's genuinely strategic now.
Okay, so let's define it based on the source. What is B2B inventory management, fundamentally?
Well, the source describes it as that whole process.
Yeah.
Getting the inventory, storing it, tracking it precisely, and then distributing it between businesses. Think manufacturers, wholesalers, distributors. The main goal really is having the right stuff in the right location, ready at the right time. Especially crucial for those bigger, complex B2B orders. Accuracy is everything.
Right. Because without a good system holding all that together, I imagine things could get chaotic pretty fast. So what are the main headaches, the key challenges the source mentions for businesses without effective systems?
Yeah, the article points out several big ones. Probably the most common is a real lack of real-time visibility into inventory. If you don't know precisely what you have and where it is right now, it leads to all sorts of issues. Overselling, underselling, delays. It really erodes customer trust.
Makes sense. What else?
Another huge one is trying to manage stock across multiple locations, different warehouses, maybe distribution centers. The source talks about fragmented records, data inconsistency between sites,
Okay.
which naturally creates stock imbalances. Too much stock sitting here, not nearly enough over there. And that causes major fulfillment delays.
Right. Costly delays.
Definitely. And then there's the difficulty with forecasting accurately and just managing the cash tied up in that inventory. Without good, reliable data from across the chain, predicting demand is, well, it's more guesswork than science.
So you end up with either too much capital locked in excess stock or worse.
Exactly. Or worse, you don't have enough stock when a big, profitable order comes in. Missed opportunities.
Okay, those challenges sound pretty significant, critical, really. So the software, that's the solution here. How does it directly tackle these issues? What are the key benefits?
Precisely. The software is really designed to hit those pain points head on. First, it enables that real-time inventory management and visibility. Having one central, constantly updated view just cuts down errors immediately. Helps avoid those stockouts or having capital tied up unnecessarily.
Okay, visibility solved. What else?
It massively boosts inventory accuracy and control
Yeah.
by automating tracking, taking manual error out of the equation.
The human error factor.
Right. It reduces shrinkage, keeps records consistent. That's vital, especially when you're juggling multiple warehouses like we mentioned.
And scalability. Businesses grow.
Good point. The source emphasizes scalability. As a B2B company expands more products, more locations, more complex orders, the right software grows with it. It's specifically built to support multi-warehouse operations from a central point. That's key for distributed networks.
And forecasting. Does it help there?
Significantly. By capturing all that operational data, it provides analytics to really improve forecasting and strategic planning. So you make smarter decisions about purchasing, about safety stock levels, about where to invest your inventory dollars.
It sounds powerful.
And maybe the most critical piece, which the source highlights, is seamless integration.
Integration with what?
With other core business systems. Your ERP, your CRM, your financial software.
Okay, so it's not just an inventory silo.
Exactly not. It creates a cohesive workflow.
Yeah.
Sales knows real-time stock levels, finance sees asset values instantly, operations plans based on actual demand signals. It connects everything.
That integration really does sound like the game changer. Now, the source mentions different types briefly: cloud, on-premise.
Yeah, there are options. Cloud-based is very popular now, easier access, often faster to get going, scalable. But some larger companies might still prefer on-premise for total control, though it means more upfront investment and upkeep. And the standalone versus integrated distinction is important too. Integrated systems are the ones that really deliver that connected view we just talked about.
So choosing the right one is crucial. Any advice from the source on that?
Absolutely. Start by really assessing your specific needs. What are your biggest inventory pain points right now? Then prioritize the features that target those like real-time tracking, multi-warehouse support, good forecasting tools, and definitely look hard at usability and those integration capabilities with your current tech.
Okay, so wrapping this deep dive up, the core message seems clear. Effective B2B inventory management, powered by the right software, isn't just nice to have bookkeeping. It's really a strategic imperative for efficiency and staying competitive.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
It empowers businesses. You cut costs, you gain visibility across complex operations, and you build a system that can scale as you grow. Especially vital with today's demands.
So, a final thought for you listening, based on what we've discussed from the source material, thinking about those challenges, that lack of real-time visibility, the difficulty managing stock across different sites, the struggle with accurate forecasting, which one feels like the biggest pain point in your business, or maybe a B2B operation you know well, and how could truly integrated software specifically make a difference for that particular challenge? Something to consider.
NexDriver.